Case Makeup Your Face, where I teach you how to make up your face. So, as you guys know, it's the end of the month, and you guys know what that means. It is favorites time! I'm super excited to share with you guys my favorites for the month. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to press the little bell button next to the subscribe button to be notified of videos that I post every week. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with my favorites. This foundation should come as no surprise because I literally every video I probably mention it. I have oily skin, and so I am always on the hunt for a good matte foundation, and I've actually mentioned this foundation before, but here in Australia it's called something different, and so I just wanted to give it another mention. But it is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, but over here they call it the 24-hour matte. This foundation is so freaking bomb-ass. Like, I love it so much. It provides such great coverage, and on top of that, it wears really well with oily skin throughout the day. I probably only have to touch up maybe like 1 or 2 times, whereas I've had other foundations I seriously have to touch up every 2 hours, and it's a hot mess. All the things that I've mentioned about this foundation, I've mentioned them before. It's affordable, it's from the drugstore, there's so many different shades, it's great for oily skin, and it doesn't cake up throughout the day. I feel like, if anything, it gets better with wear throughout the day. And on top of that, I really love the packaging of this. I love that it's in a squeezy tube. The other one that I got from California, that one's like wider. The tip of it is not as narrow, so it doesn't spew out as like thin when I usually apply it. I found a shade here that I really like, and I feel like it matches pretty well to my skin tone, and I am getting a lot tanner now because it's summertime here, and so I'm like trying to find a foundation that's as dark as like my skin, but it's a hard time. Love this foundation, and if you guys would like me to do a video on like oily skin and how I deal with my oily skin, let me know in the comments down below, and I'd be really happy to do that for you guys. This one is a new discovery that I found this month, and I was with my friends Eden and Renee. Hey Eden, hey Renee, how you guys doing? They're my friends from Sydney. They actually stayed for a few days up here in Brisbane, and that was so much fun. I miss them so much. They're literally like family to me. We went shopping, and I found this product, and it's from Australis. It's the banana powder, but it's basically what it says it is. And the reason why I picked this up is because I wanted to find something that was comparable to the Kat Von D one, and I have that one right here actually. So this is the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D, and that's the banana shade. It's kind of washed out by my lighting, but I just really wanted to find something that was comparable to this, and I gotta say, I think I dang found it. Especially because here in Australia, everything is really expensive. I needed to find something drugstore, something that would work, and this is it. The shade is beautiful. It's like this very soft yellow color, just like a banana powder is. The powder feels really velvety and smooth in between your fingers, and you guys know me, I love like feeling up my products and feeling up the textures of stuff. I will admit though, it does kick up a little bit of fallout. But all you gotta do, here, I'll just demonstrate. Let me grab a brush. So I usually just like tap it in, but as you can see, there's like fallout flying already. But if you guys like find that to be an issue, just tap it off and then like apply it to your face. It's just the most beautiful setting powder. I usually use it for underneath my eyes when I wear brightening concealer. I set like the center of my face, and it's a really nice powder for a really good price, and you won't break the bank for it, and I just needed to shout that out because it's pretty dang good. Moving on to soap brows. So that's kind of the new craze nowadays, is the soap brow, and I got into it because Desi and Katie have been talking about it nonstop, and there was a L'Occitane shop that was like close by, and by close by I mean like 25 minutes away, because that's like close by here in Australia. Everything is so dang far. But they were talking about the Shea Butter soap bar, and so I had to pick it up. I had to try it for myself and see what the hype is about, and I must say, everything that they talk about with the soap brows, this, like, it's just as great as they say it is. If you're wondering why mine is like literally humongous, it's because the size that was smaller than this one was only like $4 less than this one, so I was like, might as well just get the big size. You know what I'm saying? I really love doing the soap brow. I feel like it tames my brow hairs, especially my tail. Sometimes my tail hairs like poke straight this way, they poke in all different directions. I tried to use like a brow primer before. The brow primer, I felt like, made my brows too slippery, and I couldn't get the brow powder to like adhere to my skin slash hair very well. This literally glues my brows down without making them feel like crunchy. They're still like breathable. So I really like using this, and in conjunction with this, I had to mention this. This really is more of the favorite. I have to say that this isn't really necessary, but I just want to quickly touch on this before I move away from this. This is the Avene Thermale spring water, which is basically water in a can. I wanted to find the is it Avene? Is that how you pronounce it? It's really hard to find here in Australia, and I couldn't for the life of me find it until I went to the shop that sold this, and I ended up finding it, but I haven't had a chance to like try it out yet, so I can't compare the two. But I must say, between the two, I feel like they're practically the same thing. So if you could pick up one and like one's cheaper, definitely just pick up the cheaper option. I don't think it's really necessary to have like one or the other. At the same time, if I had to pick between like a bottle of literally tap water and like this, I would probably pick the tap water, just because I feel like it does the exact same thing. The only thing that I really like about this is that it's really calming on the skin because it's so hot here, and it's just like refreshing to like spray on your body, you know, but that's pretty much it. So I hate to like knock it because it's a good product, and don't get me wrong, like for what it is, it's good. I just don't see it as necessary to purchase because, you know, save the money if you could. Just get the water from the sink. That is soap brows for you guys, and I mentioned this in my previous video where I would basically spray the spoolie with this and then run it through this, and then I would use the Anastasia brow powder, and that has been like a game changer for my brows. I have naturally hairy brows, and so I think that's why I can get away with just doing like the soap brow and a brow powder. This stuff, no joke. Yes. Try it out for yourself. This is a product that I mentioned in my last video as well, and I keep referencing that video because I was basically trying out a lot of those products and bringing it to your guys' attention, but I didn't have like a full opinion on them yet. This one I've had for a while, and this one is the Kane & Austin Prime and Protect Mattifying Primer. I heard Casey Holmes, aka It's Blondie, talk about this primer, and she has oily skin as well, and so I thought if she loves this thing to death, then I gotta give it a shot. And so that's what I did. I picked it up. It was kind of expensive. It's completely worth it. And this thing has SPF 50. I mean, I'm not really like good with applying SPF throughout the day. I see you guys judging me. I know, I judge myself too. But it does have it just in case you like don't apply it throughout the day. At least you have something in the morning to like protect you in the morning. Anyways, moving forward, this primer is so good at like just smoothing out all of my fine lines. I usually apply it in the center of the face and usually in the pore region on my cheeks. And I noticed that I have like a line right here from like doing this a lot, but it like fills it in and it doesn't sit in my fine lines throughout the day, and it doesn't accentuate them, which I really like. It also truly is like a mattifying primer. I find that when I put this on, I'm not as oily as I am when I don't use it. It's one of those like game changer mattifying products. As I mentioned before, if you guys want me to do that video, go ahead and comment it down below. I would be more than happy to do that. Us oily people, like we got to stick together because we know the struggle. The struggle is real. I wanted to mention the TARDIS Glow Kit. Now, I have some feelings about this. I don't fully love this, but there are some parts of it that I fully love. So I'm gonna first talk about the fact that the packaging is like separated into two. That I love. And there's like a mirror on both sides. That I love. I think that is innovative. It's smart. It also is great because there is a cream product in here. So if you use the cream product and the powder products, I'm pretty sure powder products are gonna get into your cream product. If you just use the cream product like on its own and you cover the other side, then you won't get like powder everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's innovative. The packaging, it's great. I love it. The other thing I really like about this is the highlighters. Surprisingly, even though I feel like they're not very like special colors, I feel like they're just there. They're just highlighters that are basic. I don't feel like they're anything different from what you see on the market. I don't think that they're anything like spectacular, but I just noticed that when I do wear it, I feel like the glow is real, guys. I can pretty much see my highlight. Now, some people may not like that. Some people don't like the harsh highlight, and that's completely fine. I'm like on both sides. I could do both. I'm not picky. But it's really for those people who want like that intense highlight. It's not for the glow lit from within. Like, no, this is not for you if that's the case. I was really blown away with that, and I really like this palette for that. However, there are some cons about this. Cream contour shade, first of all. Doesn't that look really pretty? I feel like that would work for my skin tone. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, no. It's lying to you, okay? This stuff is ashy as Like, it is so gray on me. I don't understand. It doesn't look like that in the pan, and yet it's coming up freaking gray. I'm not wearing it today because I hate it. And I also used it in my last video, and you guys saw, I was having so much difficulty blending this stuff out. This stuff is not creamy, like, at all. I've tried it with a brush. I've tried it with a sponge, like the Beauty Blender. No, neither worked. I don't know how else to use this without like it getting everywhere. But this stuff is just like, you don't have time to blend it out. You will literally have it like a stripe on your face because you can't blend it out. So that's one of the major downsides that I have to this palette. I'm gonna continue to play with it a little bit more, but those highlighters, like, I'm feeling them. Like, I'm wearing them every single day this month. It's like thebomb.com. Dig it. This is the last makeup product, and then I'm gonna jump on into tools, which I only have one other product, so we're gonna move really quickly here. This is the e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator. Now, this one's in the mint flavor. I won't say that it like tastes like mint, it just smells like it. And I also will say I have not tried the sugar one, which is like the original lip exfoliator. I've only tried this one. This was actually sent to me by Influencer. Wanted to put that out there. Don't want like no shade, okay? So this is the lip exfoliator, and at first it looks like really smooth, but the top of it is now really gritty because I've been like rubbing it on my lips. Whenever I'm feeling like a liquid lipstick, I definitely want to exfoliate my lips beforehand. I don't want to just apply a liquid lipstick straight and have it like sink into my lip lines and then like have my dry patches of my lips like peeking out. It's like not a really pretty look. I've been using this, and this is literally a lifesaver. Now, you can do other things. You could use like a wet towel and like rub your lips. You could use a toothbrush. You know, you could use a lot of things. You could even make your own lip scrub. You don't need to get this, but I felt like because this is really affordable, it's from the drugstore, and it's in like a tube form, so it's very like no muss, no fuss, like very easy to clean up. I love this. I love the concept of this, and it's very innovative. It does what it says it does. Handy, it's affordable. I feel like there's not much more I can say except it's a really great product, and like you guys have to believe me and trust me and try it yourself. Go look at e.l.f. You're welcome. Lastly, I need to like speed this up because it is seriously so hot in here. I wanted to talk about one last thing, and I mentioned this as well in my last video. Sorry, I keep referencing it. So if you guys haven't seen it, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a card up here. If you guys, I don't know if it's here or here, go ahead and leave a card up here for you guys to check it out, and you guys will know what I'm talking about when I mention all these products. But this is basically a color switch. Now, I have like a knockoff version that I bought at TJ Maxx, and it's called the Clean Sweep Makeup Brush Pad. I don't know if this is the brand. I literally have never heard of this before. I just got it at TJ Maxx before I moved over here. But it's the same thing as a color switch. I'm gonna tell you guys a little tip. 2 tips. The first tip is if you finish one side, just flip it over and use the other side. I've already done that technique, and so that's why like both sides are dirty. But yes, tip number 2, if you don't want to go out and buy one of these, I saw a video. I'm going to go ahead and leave the credit down below. I didn't think of this myself. I just saw the video, but I'm going to tell you guys what she did to just like put it in a nutshell. She basically took a donut like for your hair, and it's the same material as this. So you just take a donut and you stick it in a tin, or you could even just use the donut like with your hand and just run the brush on it, and it does the exact same thing. You're welcome. So now that I've told you guys all of like my little tips and tricks, I'm gonna tell you guys why I love this thing so much. So when I'm doing an eye look, okay, wait, before I begin, let's see a show of hands. How many of you guys do not wash your brushes? Like literally do not wash your brushes. The most that you'll wash your brushes is like once a year because you're gonna film like a video and it requires you to have like a ton of brushes, and you literally could not, like you just don't care about washing your brushes. Me, like that is literally me. I hate washing my brushes. I know it's unsanitary, I know it's disgusting, I know there's like bacteria harboring everywhere, I know it, but I hate it. I hate cleaning my brushes with a burning passion. Hate it. This little guy comes in handy, and I'll tell you why. Well, let's say I'm using this brush. This is the Coastal Scents BR250. I think it's called the Pro Blending Fluff. And let's just say like your girl picks up a black eyeshadow. She got it all over her brush. She's using her eyeshadow. Holy cow, this is like really like fallouty. And then she's like, oh crap, I need this brush, do like a transition shade or whatever, but I got black all over my freaking brush. Well, say no more fam, you just do this. You literally like rub it all over. There's like fallout flying everywhere. You may still see it on the brush. I'm not saying this is gonna clean it like magically. You're gonna need to use like soap for that. But this stuff, like it's just for when you're in the middle of like doing your eye look, you can't be bothered to get up and like clean your brush, and so you just use this. Here's the brush. It still has some gray left over, but I'm gonna show you guys that like literally you like run it on your hand, there's no more pigment from that black eyeshadow. I'm not even kidding you guys, this stuff is like so crazy. So you wanna use the same brush and you wanna go into like, let's say this shade right here, it's like a transition shade. Yeah, it's all over the brush and it doesn't like alter the shades on your eye. It just kind of like switches it up really quickly, aka color switch. That's why it's called a color switch. It's for all you lazy people out there like me who don't want to go wash their brushes, and like you're welcome. You know, like I just made your life so much easier. I made you like 10 times lazier. Alright guys, so that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my January favorites. Go ahead in the comments down below, leave your January favorites. I would love to hear what your January favorites are. If you also haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I guess I have nothing else to say except thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.